Hello everyone. Today we have a unique lesson. We created 10 different stories that contain sentences and words that are easy to pronounce to make learning the English language fun. I hope you like it. English Language ABC Academy. In a small town there lived a grandmother named Sarah. Sarah was a very kind-hearted and caring woman. She had many grandchildren and loved them all dearly. Sarah spent a lot of time teaching her grandchildren the good things in life. She would tell them beautiful stories and teach them the traditional games she used to play when she was little. Grandma Sarah was always there to provide advice and support to her grandchildren at all times. As time passed, the grandchildren grew up and began to understand the value of their grandmother's kindness and how much she cared for them. When they were having difficulties at school or in life, their grandmother Sarah was always there to guide them and provide the necessary support. The most beautiful moments were when the family spent time together. Sarah's grandmother used to organize large family gatherings where everyone would come together to eat, share stories, and laugh together. Even in her difficult times, Sarah's grandmother remained strong, loving, and encouraging to her grandchildren. She was teaching them that family is the most important thing in the world and that love and care are the foundation for building strong relationships. This was the story of loving grandmother Sarah with her grandchildren, a story of love, giving, and constant support from a beloved grandmother. Here is a simple story with easy vocabulary to help you learn English. Absolutely. Let's dive into a Halloween story. In a cozy town nestled between rolling hills, Halloween was a time of excitement and mystery. Houses were adorned with eerie decorations, cobwebs, glowing pumpkins, and spooky silhouettes. Among the enthusiastic celebrants was a young girl named Emily. She adored Halloween and couldn't wait to dress up in her witch costume. With her pointed hat and a broomstick in hand, she was ready for a night of trick-or-treating. As the sun set, casting long shadows across the streets, Emily set out with her friends, giggling and chatting excitedly. They visited houses adorned with flickering lanterns and spooky decorations, shouting "Trick or treat!" with enthusiasm. At one house, owned by old Mrs. Thompson, the group hesitated. The house looked eerily dark, with twisted branches casting strange shapes on the walls. Bravely, Emily stepped forward and knocked on the door. Slowly it creaked open, revealing Mrs. Thompson holding a bowl of candies. Her wrinkled face broke into a warm smile. "Happy Halloween, children. I've been expecting you," Mrs. Thompson said in a gentle voice, offering them candy shaped like bats and ghosts. As Emily reached for a treat, a gust of wind swept through, making the candles flicker wildly. Suddenly, the lights in the house blinked and dimmed, plunging everything into darkness. Gasps filled the air as the children looked around, unsure of what was happening. Then from the shadows came a soft, mysterious voice. "Who dares to enter my domain on this spooky night?" it whispered. Emily's heart raced, but she remembered her Halloween spirit. With a confident tone, she replied, "We're just trick-or-treaters, here for fun and sweets." The lights flickered back on, revealing Mrs. Thompson chuckling softly. "You passed the Halloween test, my dears. Welcome to my haunted house. Enjoy your treats." Relieved and amused, the children laughed and thanked Mrs. Thompson before continuing their adventure through the neighborhood. As they walked away, Emily couldn't help but smile. Halloween had surprises at every corner, but it was all part of the spooky fun. And as she looked back at Mrs. Thompson's house, she knew this Halloween would be a tale worth telling for years to come. The story of Ferrari's creation reflects the determination and passion of one man, a story of achievement that speaks of engineering genius, design, and dedication. It is the story of Enzo Ferrari. In 1898, Enzo Ferrari was born in Modena, Italy, and from a young age he felt an endless passion for cars and the world of speed. He began his career in the automotive industry as a racing driver, where he moved between different teams and was creative in improving cars. In 1929, Enzo Ferrari founded his own company, Scuderia Ferrari, which initially specialized in the development and production of racing cars. But this company quickly turned into a symbol of excellence in the world of the automobile industry. Ferrari's revolution in the world of cars came through innovation, precision, and performance. He combined modern engineering and technology with exquisite artistic touches, which made his cars outperform their competitors in racing and admired by customers. Among the most famous cars produced by Ferrari are the Ferrari 250 GTO, the Ferrari Daytona, and the Ferrari F40, all of which were symbols of elegance and refined performance. Continuing to deliver unique supercars, Enzo Ferrari has conquered the automotive world and built an unforgettable legacy. Even after his death in 1988, his company continued to innovate and provide the best cars bearing the arching horse logo, which became a symbol of quality and performance in the world of luxury sports cars. I hope you like it so you can learn new vocabulary and use it to develop your level of speaking in the English language.
Here's a 30-question conversation between friends at school. Eric, hey, how was your weekend? Brandon, it was great. I went for a walk with my family. What about you? Eric, I had a relaxing weekend. I watched some movies and got busy reading. Brandon, beautiful. What is your favorite type of movie? Eric, I'm a big fan of action movies. Explosions and car chases are my favorite thing. Brandon, haha, action-packed, got it. What about music? Are there any favorite bands or artists? Eric, I love classic rock. Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd are at the top of my list. Brandon, those are some legendary bands. Have you attended any parties recently? Eric, not recently, but I went to a rock concert last year. It was epic. What about you? Brandon, I saw a pop singer live a few months ago. It was incredible. Eric, this sounds like fun. Do you play any sports? Brandon, yes, I'm on the school football team. We had a game yesterday. Eric, nice. How did the match go? Brandon, we won 2-1. It was a close match, but we managed to qualify. Eric, congratulations. Speaking of school, are there any favorite subjects? Brandon, I really enjoy history and science. Learning about the past and how things work is great. Eric, I love science too. What is your dream job when you grow up? Brandon, I want to be a marine biologist. Exploring the ocean and studying marine life sounds fascinating. Eric, this is so cool. What about vacations? Any dream destinations? Brandon, I would love to visit the Maldives one day. The beaches and clear water are breathtaking. Eric, the Maldives is on my list too. What is your favorite book? Brandon, I'm a huge fan of fantasy, so the Harry Potter series is my favorite series of all time. Eric, classic Harry Potter. Do you have any pets? Brandon, yes, I have a golden retriever named Max. He is the friendliest dog ever. Eric, dogs are the best. I have a cat named Whiskers. Brandon, nice name. What's your favorite season? Eric, I love winter. Ice, hot cocoa, and cozy sweaters are the best. Brandon, winter is nice, but I prefer summer. Beach trips and ice cream, you know. Eric, sure. What about your favorite food? Brandon, I can't say no to pizza. It's the ultimate comfort food. Eric, pizza is a universal favorite. Are there plans for the next school project? Brandon, we're doing a science project on ecosystems. It should be interesting. Eric, sounds educational. Finally, what is your hidden talent? Brandon, I can play guitar and sing. It's a secret talent that not many people know about. Eric, that's great. We should jam together sometime. Brandon, sure, that would be fun. The conversation continues, as the friends share more about their school lives and interests.
Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a young boy named Luca. Luca had a deep love for music that was as vast as the sky and as boundless as the winds that swept across the fields. In this village, music was a rare treasure. There were no music schools or teachers, but Luca was determined to learn. He spent his days listening to the rustling leaves, the chirping birds, and the rhythm of the raindrops. He believed that music was everywhere, waiting to be discovered. One day, a traveling musician passed through the village, playing a haunting melody on a flute. Luca was mesmerized. He approached the musician, his eyes filled with curiosity and eagerness to learn. The musician, impressed by Luca's enthusiasm, taught him a few simple notes on the flute. Luca practiced diligently, his dedication unwavering despite the lack of formal instruction. He discovered melodies in the chirping of crickets, rhythms in the beating of drums during village celebrations, and harmony in the laughter of children. As Luca's passion for music grew, so did his desire to explore different instruments. He fashioned makeshift drums from tree trunks, strung wires across wooden boxes to create guitars, and even used hollow bamboo shoots as flutes. Each creation was a step closer to unraveling the language of music. Word of Luca's musical pursuit spread across the village, and soon, other children joined him, eager to explore the world of melodies and harmonies. Together they formed an impromptu band, using their homemade instruments to create soul-stirring tunes that echoed through the village streets. Their music caught the attention of a passing music teacher, who was astounded by the raw talent and passion of these young musicians. The teacher volunteered to stay in the village and teach music to Luca and his friends. Under the guidance of the teacher, Luca and his friends flourished. They learned to read musical notes, mastered various instruments, and explored the depths of classical compositions. Music became not just a passion but a language that connected their souls. Years passed, and the village that once knew little of music now echoed with symphonies. Luca, now a skilled musician, became a source of pride for the village. His journey from humble beginnings to mastering the art of music inspired the entire community. And so, in that little village among the rolling hills, music flourished, not just as a form of entertainment but as a symbol of dedication, unity, and the boundless possibilities that passion and determination can bring to life. A story about distinctive animals and their names in English. In a lush and diverse forest, there existed a vibrant community of animals. Each creature had its own unique traits and lived harmoniously among the trees. Let me introduce you to some of these fascinating creatures. Leo the lion. Leo was the majestic ruler of the forest. His mighty roar could be heard echoing through the trees. He was admired by all for his courage and strength. Ellie the elephant. Ellie, with her enormous ears and long trunk, was known for her kindness and wisdom. She would gently sway as she walked, leaving behind impressive footprints. Terry the tiger. Terry was a stealthy and agile tiger with striking orange and black stripes. He was the fastest creature in the forest and loved to play hide and seek with his friends. Gina the giraffe. Gina, with her long neck and elegant spots, had the unique ability to reach the highest leaves on the trees. She was friendly and always offered a different perspective to her friends. Ollie the owl. Ollie was the wise old owl who spent his nights perched high in the trees, sharing stories and offering advice to all the animals. His hoots were heard by everyone in the forest. Sammy the squirrel. Sammy was a nimble and energetic squirrel who loved to scamper up and down the trees, collecting nuts and seeds for the upcoming seasons. Penny the penguin. Penny was a curious penguin who had traveled from distant icy lands. She brought tales of snow and ice, delighting her forest friends with her adventures. Freddie the fox. Freddie was a cunning fox known for his intelligence and sly tricks. He was a friend to many but always kept his wits about him. Daisy the deer. Daisy was a graceful deer with large, doe-like eyes. She was gentle and swift, often leading the other animals through the forest paths. Each of these animals had its unique name and qualities, contributing to the diversity and beauty of the forest. Feel free to ask about any particular animal names or pronunciations in English. Once upon a time in a vast savanna, there lived an elephant named Leo. Leo wasn't your ordinary elephant. He was insatiably curious. While other elephants were content with the routines of the savanna, Leo's curiosity knew no bounds. One day, as Leo was exploring near a watering hole, he noticed a shimmering object caught in the sunlight at the bottom of the pond. His curiosity piqued. Leo decided to investigate. He waded into the shallow waters, his trunk reaching down to grab the mysterious object. To his surprise, it was an old, ornate key. Leo had never seen anything quite like it. He wondered what it could unlock and what secrets it held. Determined to solve the mystery, Leo embarked on an adventure across the savanna, asking different animals if they knew anything about the key. Along the way, he met a wise old tortoise named Terence. Terence had seen many things in his long life and knew a great deal about the savanna. Intrigued by Leo's quest, Terence shared stories of ancient legends about a hidden treasure guarded by a wise old owl. Driven by excitement, Leo and Terence set out together, traversing through dense forests and vast plains, following clues from the tales Terence remembered. Their journey was filled with challenges, from navigating through thick foliage to overcoming swift river crossings. Finally, they arrived at an ancient tree towering over the savanna. Deep within its hollow trunk, they found the owl's nest. The wise owl greeted them with a twinkle in its eyes, knowing why they had come. With a thoughtful voice, the owl revealed that the key Leo found was indeed part of a legend, unlocking the wisdom hidden within the hearts of those who sought it. Leo's quest had already unlocked a newfound sense of discovery and friendship. Though there was no physical treasure to find, Leo realized that the journey itself was the treasure. He had discovered the joy of exploration, the wisdom of friends, and the beauty of the savanna in a way he'd never imagined. Returning home, Leo shared his adventures with the other elephants, inspiring them to see the world through curious eyes. And from that day forward, Leo was known as the curious elephant whose thirst for discovery brought the true treasures of life to light.
In a faraway kingdom, there was a beautiful princess named Rainbow. Rainbow lived in her large mansion, which was surrounded by beautiful gardens. She had long, wavy, rainbow-colored hair, which she considered a blessing from God. One day, Rainbow decided to go on an expedition to a magical forest that is said to hide incredible secrets. Before she left, her grandmother gave her a special emerald necklace, saying, "This necklace will protect you and guide you on your journey." During her journey, Rainbow found herself in trouble with a group of evil dwarves who captured her and took her necklace. But she did not despair and continued searching for a way to escape. While in captivity, Rainbow met another prince named Sirin, who was also seeking to escape his captivity. They quickly became friends and began planning to run away together. Using their wits and courage, they successfully escape and recover Rainbow's pendant. Thanks to the power of the emeralds in the necklace, they used it to defeat the evil dwarves and turn them into stone. After that, Rainbow returned to her kingdom and became a happy princess with Siren by her side. This is one story that exemplifies a common pattern in princess stories, showing strength, courage, and friendship as important components of the story. Details of the stories and characters vary from one culture to another, but princesses are often depicted as strong and inspiring figures.
One day, a mother and daughter decided to bring dessert ingredients and make them together in the kitchen. The mother had her own recipe and wanted to teach her daughter how to make this traditional dessert. The mother began explaining each step in detail to her daughter with compassion and precision, and the daughter was very excited to help and learn how to make this dessert that she loves and was lovingly prepared by her mother. The process began with mixing the ingredients and forming the dough. The mother was guiding her daughter step by step, and at the same time she was talking about her own memories and how she used to prepare this dessert with her mother when she was the same age as her daughter is now. When they finished shaping the dessert and putting it in the oven, the delicious smell began to fill the kitchen, making the daughter excited and curious to see the final result. After the dessert came out of the oven and was left to cool a little, they began decorating it and cutting it into different shapes. The mother and daughter were laughing, talking, and laughing during this process, as it was an enjoyable experience, full of fun and love. When they finished, they sat together and ate the sweets they had made with love and care, sharing their memories and happiness together, making this experience an unforgettable moment of bonding and closeness between mother and daughter. Welcome to our English educational channel. Here we offer you an exciting journey to discover the beauty of this language and learn it in a fun and easy way. Follow us, learn the secrets of English, and start your linguistic adventure today. The Curious Cat's Adventure. Once there was a curious cat named Whiskers who lived in a cozy house on Maple Street. Whiskers loved exploring and always dreamed of going on grand adventures. One sunny morning, Whiskers noticed an open window and couldn't resist the temptation to sneak out. The world outside was vast and full of wonders, and Whiskers was eager to discover it. As Whiskers strolled down the street, he encountered various animals, chirping birds, playful squirrels, and even a friendly dog named Max. Each one had a story to tell and something interesting to share. Whiskers trotted through the park, where he found children playing and laughing. They welcomed him and offered kind pats on his back. Whiskers felt happy and content being surrounded by such warmth. However, as the sun began to set, Whiskers realized that he was far from home and couldn't remember the way back. Feeling a bit worried, he meowed for help, hoping someone would hear him. Suddenly, Max the dog appeared and guided Whiskers back to Maple Street. Whiskers was relieved and grateful for Max's help. He realized that while adventures were exciting, nothing compared to the comfort and safety of home. From that day on, Whiskers cherished his adventures but never wandered too far from home without letting his family know. The end.